Our special guest today is Mr. Mark Garfield, Deputy Head of Simon Marks Primary Jewish School, of which we are broadcasting. Good afternoon, Mark.
Good afternoon, David.
Thank you for joining Jewish Online Magazine.
It's a pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
We're interviewing Mark because of an amazing, prestigious award that he's received from the Three Faiths Forum, and it's a leadership award. And a hearty mazaltov, Mark. It's an absolute proud moment for you, isn't it?
It certainly is. It's an amazing moment and big achievement for myself and the school. Big achievement indeed.
And not only for the school, but for the wider Jewish community too.
Yes, to building links, building bridges, joining together. Community is essential, and interfaith, I believe, is essential to harmony, social harmony.
Can I ask you, Mark, how you were nominated for this award?
By whom or
by whom?
I do not know who nominated me. I'm still waiting to find out. I've been asking all the. The nomination was for challenging my pupils, challenging the views of my pupils, and for supporting teachers in interfaith work.
So, how does that manifest itself?
In the school, in the work I do. In terms of, we have links with Muslim schools, and we're about to link with a Catholic school, local schools. And
so it's like a twinning?
Yes, it's almost like a twinning, yes. And it's normally local, in Hackney or just outside of Hackney. And we meet up numerous times over the year and engage in different activities, artistic activities, games, and the children get to know each other. And what we aim to do is to break down the barriers and crush the stereotypes. That is the aim of the game. And the children's minds are so fresh that they haven't been warped yet. They haven't been. And I believe, and this is why I do this interfaith work, community work. I believe the children are the future, really are the future, not just because they will be alive in 70, 80 years' time. It's because they are the future, and without them, if we do not work with them now, then what will be? What will be?
And having walked into Simon Marks Primary School, Mark, one thing I did observe, that there were many dominations at the school, but what I did notice was there was respect, there was kindness, there was harmony being created, and this is one of the great things that Simon Marks Primary Jewish School is doing, and in your wider work with interfaith groups.
It's something we pride ourselves on. At Simon Marks Jewish Primary School, we have children from various Jewish backgrounds and from various non-Jewish backgrounds, and every child at the school is treated equally. Every family is treated equally. We are a modern Orthodox Jewish primary school with love for Israel, Zionism. Yet we encourage and we respect everybody.
And when you go out to the wider community, Mark, with regard to twinning, of which your award was given, how is this peace and harmony, so to speak, created, perhaps with, let's just say, for Muslim schools, for instance?
So we have pre-meetings. The teachers, for instance, have pre-meetings. And one of the things that I impress on them is we do not discuss politics. Politics, everyone has an opinion. We discuss the commonalities and denominators, what we have in common. No, we have, obviously, we're all human beings to start with. That's our first thing we have in common. And we all want to be respected.
We have shared values, don't we?
Exactly, completely true. Shared values. Many of the children found out they like playing football. Together, we've done it before, we played a football match against the school. It's fantastic. It's a way of breaking down those barriers, a way of crushing those stereotypes.
Yes.
I feel very passionately about that.
And through your work that you've done this into the community, this award has come your way.
It is. I mean, it's something else. Yeah, it has come my way. And
something to be very proud of.
Unexpected, but very proud of. I'm very proud of it. It was a great honour when I was first nominated, then shortlisted, and then give him the award. It was a massive honour.
Because, you know, it's very, very important that work such as this is recognised.
It is true indeed, and I'm also honoured to say, I can say this as Deputy Head at Simon Marks, that we were the only school who actually won, a Jewish school that won an award. Other Jewish schools were nominated,
right,
I believe, and rightly so, but we're the only Jewish school to receive an award.
And I think also, Mark, that it might not only be for the work that you're doing outside in the community with regard to interfaith work, but maybe what you're developing at Simon Marks Jewish Primary School.
Well, I believe, as an Orthodox Jew myself, someone who cares passionately about Judaism, that Judaism is an inclusive, I think with a small I, we're not going to bigger, and inclusive means that everyone, this is an Orthodox school, and everyone who buys into the ethos is part of the school. No one is judged about what they do outside the school. Outside, what people do at home is entirely their business. But when it comes to Simon Marks, and I encourage that, I ensure that takes place. And I'm proud to say, as an Orthodox Jew, that that's what I want to happen and continue to happen.
And with regard to your interfaith activities, Mark, you know, perhaps developing sport between Simon Marks Jewish Primary School and other schools, that is a way, as we've said, of bridging those gaps.
So it is, because it's something that people love, and children in particular love playing sport. Most children I know love playing sports or doing something art, you know, and something which there's no politics involved, and that's especially these days with the kick it out, and you know, it's even more important that the behaviours we see, and I feel that it is a way of conquering our differences.
And is this the same situation when you are speaking to perhaps Muslim leaders of these schools and clubs, where one doesn't focus on the politics, but focuses on shared values?
Exactly, that is the case. It's about the shared values. It's about what we do have in common, and we have more in common than we don't.
And then once one has developed these shared values, then slowly, one perhaps can develop a friendship, and then maybe start talking about things that have to be spoken about.
That comes with time. We're talking about primary school children. These things obviously are not necessarily for the primary school children. That's something which I know many secondary schools are engaged in.
Right.
At primary school level,
it's developing the friendship.
I believe so, and conquering the stereotypes. Ensuring that children know that not all Muslims are terrorists. And not all Jews are rich, and it's important. I think it's so important to
and not all Jewish people own the media.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
I think these are the important things to get around and get through, and how we do that. I said through art, through sport, through engaging communication.
And the Three Faiths Forum, obviously, a focus for that as well, aren't they?
Yes, the Three Faiths Forum is a fantastic organisation. It's non-judgmental. It was set up 15 years ago by 3 leaders of the various faiths, and they've done
Judaism, Christianity, and Muslim, and Islam.
Yep, and Islam, and they it's something that was needed, and something that's flourished, and something that's continuing to flourish, and something I'm proud to be a part of, a big part of. And
this award will encourage you and inspire you to do more things, Mark.
So I've already said, I want to further go out. I want to do this more in the school. I want to float it down to the younger children, to give them the opportunity to engage with others, and I also want to get out there to other schools to encourage them to be involved more. It's an opportunity to say, look, us Jews, we need to be showing the way. We need to show the way to how to behave properly at all times.
Yes.
And the monotheistic religions. Judaism was the first of them, and we're proud that we're able to go out and do this work. And I'm proud of it.
And Christianity and Islam have a role to play in that as well, don't they?
They certainly do that. as I said, I mean, we have more in common than we don't. We have much more in common. And there will always be extremes on all sides who will try and detract from that.
Yes.
I believe that we need to continue to work together, and this is what I'm focused on, and I'll continue to focus on for as long as possible.
And it's interesting that Summer Mark's Jewish Primary School has one of the focus, Mark, is love for the land of Israel.
That's right. It's the love for the land of Israel, not political. We don't get into politics, as I said. Love for the land of Israel as a beautiful land, as a country, the environment, and our heritage.
Yes.
Our heritage as Jews is about Israel. It's one of the most important parts of our religion. The land was given to the Jewish people. It doesn't mean to say that we should treat it in a negative way. We should treat it properly, with respect, and treat others with respect also, all times.
And I think this video, Mark, is going to achieve two things. Number one, I think it's going to achieve perhaps giving information about the Three Faiths Forum that perhaps people may not be aware, and obviously, secondly, it's going to publicise your award, which I think will encourage other people maybe to focus on what you're already doing.
I hope so, because the Three Faiths Forum, as I said, are a wonderful organisation who I work very closely with, and they've got some great people working for them. They do amazing work, and the work that then I'm able to do in school to publicise that, to push that forward. Well, Simon Marks is a quality school, and we had, I think I'd like to put in here, during our Pikuach inspection, for community cohesion and development, we had an outstanding grade for that. Was that something? And so right, because we are outstanding in that work, in that field, with the support of all the staff and the children and the parents.
And I understand also that you've had a lot of support from Councillor Kelly and also from the new head teacher.
Yes, Councillor Kelly and I have worked together for over 7 years, since Councillor Kelly was the Speaker of Hackney. And we work on numerous community initiatives, which have been successful, very successful. And I praise Councillor Kelly for all her work, and thank you to Linda for everything, and to Mrs. Jill Ross, the head teacher, who has been absolutely supportive in all the community initiatives, and to continue to give me the opportunity to develop them further. And I thank Mrs. Ross for that also.
I think, Mark, in conclusion, I think that it's a very, very inspirational award to you, Mark, and I think you're going to give people the opportunity to perhaps look further and develop interfaith relationships.
It is inspirational, and it's a massive honour. And I would encourage anyone to develop the relationships further with other faiths, and to come and get in contact with me at the school. I'm easily contactable. Telephone me or email me, and I'd love to discuss it further with people, how they can develop these relationships with other faiths.
Well, I think, Mark, that's a very, very positive note to end this interview. And once again, Mazal Tov and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.